and welcome to my next video tutorial, which is going to be focused on utilizing a custom user model app for Django, which is going to allow us to feature an email as a username in our Django applications. Now, before we go on ahead and utilize this package, it's important to note that before you go ahead and modify the Django user model, the default Django user model in any way, what you're going to have to do is make some adjustments. So let's say, for example, you're currently within a project and you want to utilize this package and you already have an authentication mechanism in place. It may prove to be a challenge because what you're going to have to possibly do is delete your SQLite database file and also possibly delete any migrations that you've already migrated to that database as well. So you can see that there will be some challenges along the way if you already have a project. So what I'm going to do to make it easier for all of you is I'm going to show you how you can do this from scratch for all of your new and upcoming Django projects. So let's go ahead and get started. So just to give you some clarity here, I have a simple folder here that I've created on my desktop called dev here. Okay, this is just my style of setting everything up, and in here I'm going to have my virtual environment and my Django project. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I want to do first of all is open up my CMD and open up my command prompt. Now if you are on macOS, okay, you would need to open up your terminal, and what you would need to do is you need to go ahead and create a Django project, set up your virtual environment, and organize all of that. Just make sure the important thing to keep in mind here is not to make any migration. So you can skip this ahead if you prefer, but do keep in mind, make sure you don't make any migrations. Okay, you can run your server for your Django project, just don't make any migrations, whether you're on Windows or Mac, but I'm going to show you for continuity here how you can set it up. Okay, so what we want to do first of all is head on to that folder. So I'm going to say cd desktop first. So I'm right here and I want to go into my dev directory. So I'm going to say cd dev and I'm going to clear this up. All right, now the next thing that we can do is set up our virtual environment. So I'm going to first of all say pip install virtual env. Okay, and that's going to install the package globally on our system, which is going to allow us to create virtual environments. This is one of the few cases where it's acceptable or permissible to install a package globally. In other cases, you're most likely going to have to install your packages within your virtual environment. So now we've installed virtual env, so now we can create our own virtual environments. So here in dev, I'm going to say virtual env, so I'm going to use that command. And I'm going to create my virtual environment and I'm going to call it venv as an example. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. My virtual environment has been created. So I can see now if I go to my directory here, I have a virtual environment set. Perfect. Let's continue. Now I just want to say venv. So that's the name I use to create my virtual environment. This name is customizable. I'm going to say /scripts. /activate, and it's going to activate my virtual environment for me. So let's clear this up. So CLS will clear your CMD, and there we have it. We can see we've activated our virtual environment, and now what we want to do is we want to install Django. So I'm going to say pip install Django, and I'm going to do so within my virtual environment right here. So let's go ahead and do just that. So let's just give it a moment. So sometimes it can take a while to install Django. In other cases, it goes rather quickly. So let's just be patient as this process gets completed, and then we can move on to the next set of steps and continue from there. All right. So we can see that we have installed the Django package along with all of the other sub packages in place. All right, great. So we've got that set up. So let's clear this up. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to create our Django project. So to do so, we can use the command, so Django-admin start project, and I'm just going to call my project to Elevate as an example and press enter. So you want to create your Django project. Now we can cd into that project that we created. So I'm going to say cd elevate and clear. So now I'm in my Django project, and now just to see the directory structure, you can go to dev, for example, and we can see in dev we have our Django project called Elevate and the virtual environment that we have. Perfect. So now we can go to a IDE. So for example, I'm using Visual Studio Code. We can go to the following options, go to File, go to Open Folder, go to Desktop, click on Dev, and say Select Folder. Okay, Right, there we go. So now we can see we have the structure, my folder dev, my Django project, and my virtual environment. So now, as I can see, I am in Elevate, and in my Django project here, I have a manage.py file. And what I want to do is I want to run it. So I'm going to say Python manage.py run server. Okay. All right. Now, whether you're on macOS or Windows, that's going to show you this message for 18 unapplied migrations. Now, please make sure from this point onward that you do not apply your migrations. Very important. Make sure you don't do it. So if you're on macOS or Windows and you skip to this part, make sure that you don't make your migrations just yet. Very important. Right, so we've got that set, and we now have a SQLite database. And what we want to do now is we just want to head on to localhost here, so I'll copy that URL. I'll go to my browser and I'll just paste that in, and there we go. We can now see our Django project has been installed and we are good to go. All right, so this is what you should see at the end, at least at the very least. Right, so now what we can do is we can focus on installing that package that we need to set up. So what you can do is you can head on over to this website, which I'll include as a link in the description below. And it's very simple to get started. You just want to first of all install the package here. So I'm just going to copy that, pip install Django auth tools. And what you want to do is you just want to stop your server and you want to install that package. There we go. So you've installed it. Now we want to add auth tools to installed apps. So let's copy that. Let's go to our settings.py file. Okay, and you want to scroll down to installed apps here, and right below you can just go ahead and add in quotes here, auth tools. Once you've done that, you can head on back and you want to add the following to your settings.py file. So the auth user model, and you can copy this, and the value is going to be auth tools.user. And what you can do is paste that in like such. Perfect. And now you can head on over to your command prompt and just go ahead and rerun your server. Okay, so we can see now the number of unapplied migrations have changed. So if you've been following this video, we had 18 unapplied migrations. Now we're going to have 21. Now the reason for that is because we now have a new app which we added to installed apps here. And it's very important that we have this auth tools app here in place so that it's going to allow us to utilize and integrate this auth tools package so that we can essentially, as we can see here, feature the email as a username. So what we can do now is go ahead and make those migrations. So you can stop your server and say Python manage.py migrate. Okay, and that's going to migrate everything accordingly and ensure that when we go ahead and create, for example, our super user, we're going to have to set up our email in place of the username. So now to do the testing, so let's go ahead and test this out. We can say Python manage.py create super user as a simple test. And now, as you can see, it's asking us for an email address, and I'm just going to say, arno@mail.com. Enter, and then it's going to prompt us for a name, so let's say Arno, and now I'm going to enter in a password, so I'm going to enter in a password. Okay, and let's run the server. So you created your super user. Great, now let's head on to our application. Let's just refresh. Great, let's go to our admin page. And now you want to enter in your email address and password. So that was what you just went ahead and created earlier on. So I'm going to enter in those details. So make sure you enter those in now. Right. So now, once you've entered in your email address and password, you can log in. And now we can see we have our auth tools app here. And if we go to users, we can see that we've got our email address in place here and our name, super user status, staff user, and we can see that user is active. Now, let's say, for example, we want to add in a regular user as a test. We can go ahead and say add user. And as you can see here, you're going to have to enter in an email, the name, the password, and the password confirmation. As you can see here, we're now using the email address as the alternative here for a username. So when you go ahead and set up your Django forms, you can now utilize the option here for use an email address instead of a, how can I say, username. So let's go ahead and just enter in some details here as a test. Right, so as soon as you've entered in some information here, you can go ahead and save your user. So here I can see I have my email address, name, password, and password confirmation, and I'm going to save that user. And there we go, we can see our user was created. So if I go back to users here, I can now see here I have my user set, super user, regular user, all set up and into place. All right, so that's how you can go ahead and utilize this package here to feature your email as a username for your Django applications. All right, guys, so that's it for this video tutorial. And as always, thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.